Let's continue with more great gospel on the broadcast this morning. It's 9:30 in Tuscaloosa, and you're listening to 790 WTSK, The Truth. We call it the Saturday Morning Gospel.
I'm Margaret Smith. I live in Greene County. I was born and raised right over there, across the ditch. 1906, that's what they told me. I lived 3,500 babies for Greene County. I'd have sometimes 4 babies a night. Each time I get here, I'd be about ready to go. The man had to wait till I get through, pick me up and carry me to the next place. And on. I wade water up over my knees and get to people's houses. Ooh. Randolph Smith, that was my husband. He farmed all his life. From a young boy on up till he got old. Raised hogs so big you couldn't hardly get them out the lot. I raised up with him, right down there. I'm right over here. I went to school with him. He was easy to get along with. He never, come up like men do, fussing, quarreling. He was always understanding. When I was growing up, he liked me, and I kind of liked him a little bit, but didn't pay too much attention. His mama had to know that I was trying to coach. She'd have killed me. She'd have killed me dead. So the years on down through the years, I wouldn't agree to leave home, leave mama. So that broke up the wedding.
One of these days I'm gonna take a vacation by a quiet and peaceful shore. Gonna cool my feet in those crystal waters, and I won't have to work no more.
Oh, I was raised by a slave woman. She raised 10 of us, and I was the last one she had over to. Me and a boy they called Dennis. We come up together. He was older than I was. He nursed me. And she raised us all to get grown people. And she was 101 when she died. And she had brought to this country and sold for $3. And the child had bought her. And that's why we all went in charge. She named us after herself. They named her after they got her here. I was born there. But the other children, she inherited them from other people, raised them for other people. So she said.
Gonna lay my head down on one strong shoulder, 'cause I can't stand up alone.
Back when my mama brought to this country, that was when I come on. See what I mean? And she brought here and sold. And they named her. She worked in the white folks' house till she got married. And she wasn't allowed to go out to say you was a gentleman to come pick up and carry somewhere. You had to be a man that breed. Or she couldn't care. They wouldn't allow you to, the slave wouldn't allow you to care. And she said they worked 2 years before they know they was free. I'm telling you what she said. That's all I can go by. Yankees come through and told them they was free. And they were scared to stop working because they didn't believe it. So they scared they wouldn't have nowhere to stay. So they just say if you rent this place here for 600 pounds of lint bale cotton, he'll pay you rent for 1 year. Well, that didn't include your debt now. That bale of cotton went to Mr. Grubb, or Mr. Andy, or Mr. J.D. Steele, who never placed you on. That's the cotton you give him. You don't chop it, work it like a slave. He gives that bale of cotton free. All right, you pick out the next bale, they go on your debt for your fertilizer soda, what you got to use in the farm. Now all the rest of your seeds you got to buy. Have to go to the man to get it because you ain't got a white quarter. How many times I've been to Utah and didn't have 1 penny in my hand. Got that little 12-pound sack of flour, peck of meal, piece of meat, and that little 4-pound lard, and that little sugar. And here we come back. Of course, we raised our food what we lived off. That's why you had to work so hard. And most people in this country raise themselves like peas, corn, sweet potatoes, iced potatoes, had a big garden. They made syrup, and that helped them. They milked cows. That's what you lived off. Raised chickens, raised hogs. Well, and you wasn't allowed to go in places in Utah. I don't know about other places. You hear me? I'll tell this in half if I could talk. Because I done it. I ain't joking. I don't care who knows it. You go to them cafes, if you want a salmon, you better not go in the front door. You go around to the back where the cook is. Go in there. Just as if you was a dog around there, you get your salmon there, come out. In that hotel, you're allowed to put your head in it. I'm telling you what God loves this evening. And I ain't ashamed to tell nobody. I die on it. That I know. I go away from here, home. Now that's the kind of life, the way I come. And it was still tougher behind me. Because I was the last 10th child she raised. And he was pure the hell. All the way. Folks would get out me and walk to Utah. How many times her daddy, my husband, this road full of us, coming home on Saturday night with them sacks thrown across their backs with that little gross in it. Now, that's the way I come. That's right. Back when I was coming on, it's 100% better now than it was then. If you go to the field Monday morning, you come out Friday night. So the boss man read up on the Friday evening. About 3 o'clock, I was sitting on the porch. He said, Mark, how come you're in the field? I told him, I said, I ain't going to the field no more. I meant to die that day. That was my day to go. I said, I don't owe you nothing. I don't owe you a thing. You have to talk to my husband. He don't want to owe you. I don't owe you. I said, I'm going to get me a job. I said, I'm naked. My children naked. We're barefooted. Which we didn't have nothing. You know when they settled with us? The 15th day of March. Time to go back to the field. We wasn't going back to the field. Knocking corn stalk with a hole, cutting them. Taking a stick, knocking them cotton stalk. I told him I wasn't going back to the field. He got so mad, he told my husband I was crazy. He needed to send me to the asylum. I said, you need to send him there, because I ain't working no more. I meant I wasn't gonna work no more. I didn't then. I said, I don't mind helping him. Is he my husband? If I have time, I help him. I said, if I don't have time, I won't help him. I meant that. I didn't wait long enough. Making 7 and 8 bales of cotton a year for some fertilizer soda and that little peck of meal, that little 10 pound of flour. Ain't gonna take all the cotton. You got to pick the cotton. You got to get 1,400 or 1,500 to make a 500 and some bale cotton, gent, and get a sample to him. At that time, you wasn't getting $2 or $3 out the seed. That's all you got. And biggest time, we had to bring them back for the cow, for the winter. And they didn't leave us nothing. I mean, it's a shabby was. But I ready to die that day. Well, I told him I'm going to go to Utah and get me a job. And I did. I really did. I took up this midwife. I worked for the health department 28 years, part-time. When I didn't have on a labor case, I was at the health department. I worked Boulder, I worked Tishby, I worked Utah, right there. I worked all over this county, out this county. That's what I done. I went to white and black. I had run my hand in my pocket and took my money and paid the man that carried me and the woman to the doctor. Worked just like a horse. So tired when night comes, some nights time, and clothes had taken washing line. Took clothes right up on top of this head here. White folk clothes. Wash them and iron them, put them back on my head. There's a man come from West Green, Mr. Hale, I believe it was. He said, Margaret? I said, sir. He said, you sure having a hard time? I said, yes, sir. He picked me up every moment. He'd be going to work. He said, if I was you, I wouldn't tote these clothes on top of your head. I said, I ain't got no other choice. But to sit in that basket up and camp them white folks. That's right. I've been through the ringer. You see me sitting there, I was supposed to have been dead. Long time ago. But God got me here.
I will send thee. Where shall I send thee? Lord, I shall send thee 3 by 3. Well, 3 was the Hebrew children and 2 was the fallen.
Miss Margaret is my role model. She's that strong oak tree that stands there. She delivered my 3 babies.
Born, Lordy, born in Bethlehem. Children go and I will send thee.
Yes, Miss Margaret delivered 3,500 babies in this county, and the county is less than 10,000 people in the whole county. So that's probably that's about a third of the population in this county that she's had some dealings with.
She was a midwife, and she liked to help people. And if you didn't have the money or nothing like that, she didn't care about it because she gonna do it anyway. Once you called her, she was coming. If she had to walk there, she was coming. I put it like that.
My mother always told me, your word is your bond. If you give somebody your word, don't just give it to them and don't do what you say you're going to do. Do what you say you're going to do.
4 by 4, well, 4 was the 4 coming knocking at the door, and 3 was the Hebrew children.
If she was willing and able, if you call her, she was coming. If she was able to do it now, she would come. That's just how good a person she was. And is.
Down in the valley, 2 by 2. Oh Lord, 2 by 2. Oh Lord, 2 by 2. Oh, down in the valley, 2 by 2. Oh, ride, Sally, ride. Let me see you make a motion.
I used to go get cows in that swamp down there. And I always thought a baby come from the stump. Like, get me a stick, jugging in that stump, Mom told me. That's where babies come from. Well, I believed it. But I just believed what she said was true. And that's what I would look for. Dennis told me one evening, said, Mark, I said, what? You know it ain't no baby in no stump. I said, you don't know what you talking about. Mama told me that's where the babies come from, stumps. You look, jug in the stump, you get the baby. So I jug right on. There's cows up the swamp, way on up here. Dennis got his cow and brought them on across the creek. That's the creek right there. I'm still jugging in them stumps, thinking I was gonna find a little sister. I didn't find no little sister, but yet still I believe what Mama said. I didn't believe what Dennis said. I said, no, you don't know what you're talking about. Mama told me I wanted a little sister so bad. So that's what I was looking for. Well, you see, people, old people didn't tell children nothing like that. You're grown, big, grown ladies before you come to know. Hey.
Make a motion, 2 by 2. I said, ride, Sally, ride. Oh, down in the valley, 2 by 2.
My husband, cousin, wife. She lived up on the hill, not nowhere from here now. Old home place up on the hill. She had 13 children. And I stayed over there and had to do them to come down the hill. He didn't get me to stay with his wife till he go get the midwife. Every time it happened, the baby would come before the midwife get there. The second to the last one. That's when I come and get called the doctor. That's why I got in the trick right there. He came out and he says to me, Margaret, I said, yes, sir. He says, why can't you be a midwife? You'd make a good midwife. I said, no, sir, I don't want the job. He said, I don't know why you make a good midwife. I said, no, so he kept on worrying me, so he turned me in to be one. So I went. I went on down to the test.
Let me see you make a motion 2 by 2. I said, rise, Sally, rise.
They sent me from here to Tuskegee. And that's where I stood my last test for being a midwife. After I come from Tuskegee, I got my papers in my bag and stuff and went to follow L. Anderson. She was the #1 midwife through here. I've learned a lot by being a midwife. I learned a lot what you got to do. You got to go through it. I've had them weigh a pound and a half. Plenty of them. Could take in my hand, told her. Sure enough. I'd take me a pasteboard box and put some cotton in there, gin cotton. Put me a cloth in there like this, a blanket, you know, sheet. All right. Now give me some whiskey bottles, or any kind of bottle I can put warm water in. Wrap them in a towel, get in the fireplace, clean the baby up and put him in there.
Well, you can't stand up all by yourself. You can't stand up alone. You need the touch of a mighty hand. You can't stand up alone.
It was midwives back when I started that they would go to patients that they had never been to no doctor or nothing. They just thought they could make it. And I always had me a doctor picked out that I could call and he would come. Or either I could carry the patient in to him. Now that's the way I worked. But now there were so many midwives that didn't do that. They just said, midwife, I'm going, you have a baby, and you ain't had no prenatal care, nothing of that kind. But I wouldn't fool with you if you didn't have your care. I'd be afraid. Because so many things can come up during that 9 months. And there you is.
'Cause I don't want to trouble no more. Well, you can't stand up all by yourself. You can't stand.
When I first started, the people just didn't have nothing to pay with. There's some chicken, eggs, pig, and like that, they didn't have nothing. Because they didn't hardly have a place to stay. So you can look in that way and say, well, you know how the pressure was. So people just didn't have it. They didn't have nothing but what to raise in the field. Back in them days, it was giving people, you know, they allowed the midwives to use different herbs out there. You could go out there and get you some mayapple root, and certain way you cut it, it'll bring the pains on. A certain way, if you cut it up, if it wasn't time for that baby, why, it'll stop the pain. Just like you're gonna make some hot tea. That'll pick them pains up. But they stopped there. People used to give, you know, treacherous roots, different herbs out in the country, you know. They help them with the pain. But they cut that out. It wasn't long after I got on before they cut that. There you go, you had to just go from the start. Hot baths, walking, and sitting the way you want to. You don't have to be confined down to the bed until you know the baby's coming. Well, you see, the midwife will let you get up and walk and all through the house if you want to. You can sit all about anywhere you want to. And I think that helps you a whole lot. They walk some. And they sit some. Just lay flat on your back. You know, your back, you're plumb tired. You just get all plumb out. They get to a place you can't bear. When your time comes to bear, they don't necessarily bear until the pain, when you first have pain, because they ain't no good. They ain't gonna help the baby, nothing. The baby just getting ready to come, you know, come down. And bearing all that strain, and they don't help you, know, you'll be wore out when your main pains come. You can't push, can't bear. I've had twins. Dr. Kahn, her son Fern, he come and asked me what it was about. I told him I didn't know. I said she'd been in labor over her hours. He said, he walked around beside the bed. I was on one side and he's on the other. He said, Margaret. I said, yes, sir. He said, you know what you ought to do? I said, no, I don't. It kind of struck me when he said it. I kind of thought, what did I do? He said, you ought to got a bucket of water and pour it on her. I didn't say nothing. I looked at him. I didn't say nothing. I walked from the head of the bed back to the foot to come out from between the wall and the bed. I said, Dr. Bethany? He said, yeah. I said, you know one thing? I said, I left that for you to do. If you want to pour a bucket of water on her, you're at liberty to pour it on, but I ain't gonna pour it on her. That's right. Me. I speak my mind if you push me. He looked at me right funny. He left me. He wouldn't say. The woman had high blood and had twins. Just fast as I get up back, coming back this way, she go right back out. As fast as I get out, she go right back out. I sent for him because it was his patient. He seen her all the 9 months she was pregnant and wanted her to go to Tuskegee. But she didn't go. She didn't have nothing to go to Tuskegee with. She didn't have no money to pay nobody to go. But we're twins now. He didn't tell me we're twins or nothing. When I got there, I said, if you got one baby, you can't have it. I said, you got to be two. And sure enough, it was 2 babies. As soon as the last baby went out, it was like she dead. But I was stuck with her. I'd stay there 2 days. I done some of everything in the book I know to do. But I got it down.
I can sing my song. I
Come
can
on,
sing
ain't
my
no
song. I can sing my song.
Ain't no bother you. Come on.
One of the most important things I learned from Miss Smith is to be patient.
Come on back and eat.
That's one of the things that in modern day practice is that we want to jump and do something as soon as we think there's something unusual. But we don't give people time. There's an appropriate time to do things, and then there's time that's too long. But we have a tendency of making things convenient for ourselves and the patient by even to the point of pushing things, inducing. With Miss Smith, the whole thing is you be patient. As long as everything is going on as it should go, then just wait. I guess people looking for something exotic, but it's so simple, and it makes a big difference in the outcome of the baby and the mom and the whole thing. Just being patient and caring and there for her.
Kind words.
Kind words, being caring and kind.
You don't go in there and tell them what you got to do. You just they'll know what you got to do. You know how to talk to them.
And
you don't want nobody in there snapping you and say, well, you got this baby, you got to have it, you got to do this, you got to do this. There ain't no way to talk to nobody when they're hurting. You give them kind words. That beats it all.
You know, Miss Smith, we were talking about what the ladies used to, how you help them. You let them do what they wanted to do.
Yes, some things.
Some things. Tell me some of those things they used to do.
Some people, would get down on their knees, and some would squat. But you'd have to lay down to see that baby coming. You couldn't let them do that.
So if they squat, did you have to get on the floor?
You'd have to get down on your knees, to catch to see what happened, to see what's coming.
Yeah.
You'd have to get down low to see. Some of them will lay them on the side. Some of them get up and stand up, and they wasn't supposed to be up.
When you had them to squat, did they have? If they squatted, was the baby in some unusual position, or they just
sometimes it'd be unusual, sometimes be up. You look on there, you'll see that much of the toes.
Ooh, okay.
Well, you ain't supposed to be squatting down there. You got to get her up careful and put her in the bed. And don't know what'll happen, But you can't let her squat there. You just say, no, you can't do that.
That'd be one of those instances where you tell them, no, they can't do, huh?
Can't do.
All right, then.
Just can't do it that way.
Hallelujah, I am so glad I'm here. I'm so glad.
I love the captain.
Margaret Charles Smith receives tonight the Lifetime Achievement in Healthcare Award. She is regarded around this nation as one of the leading authorities in midwifery, published a book on the subject at the age of 91, and in 1985, Margaret Charles Smith became the first African American to receive the keys to the city of Utah, Alabama. Ms. Smith, I can't give you the keys to the city of Washington because I don't run the city, but I can give you this award tonight and thank you for the wonderful inspiration that you've provided and for bringing so many people into this world. Thank you.
Well, after we found out that Ms. Smith was in retirement, we went to what was, I guess, the next best thing was to try to listen to her through the words that she put on the printed page. And that really served as an inspiration that this was something that we could do, this was something that we should do, and so I was a midwife to my 5th child.
When I'm in trouble,
one of the lessons of Margaret Smith's life is that you can find some of the greatest treasures, some of the most talented people, people who have the capacity and the ability to transform community and transform the world in places that you never expected. In the same way that when Jesus walked the earth, they said, well, what good can come out of Nazareth? And so I think that one of the things that we see is that there can be wonderful things that can come from places that we would least expect.
have mercy.
Now listen, when you go in church, just like we went Sunday, and when the preacher get up, go to preaching, some deacon pray, you can feel that man.
Yes.
And you can feel that preacher. Well, what have you got to say? Amen. I'll tell it like it is. The Lord made us all. He didn't make no separate person. He made us all. And therefore, you just have to talk to the man. You just have to talk to him. Every chance you get all through the day. Some days you get so full, you don't know what to do. You have to cry. And when you cry and talk to the Lord, you get satisfied, you wipe your tears up and try to go on. Because the Lord be done fix it where you can go. You understand that? Because it's in here. It's right up here. And without that, you're lost both.
Amen. God bless you. God keep you.
All right. Let's just go home.
I'm in trouble. Have mercy.
There me go. There me go. That's
Lord, have mercy. Lord,
I tried to take care of her. Tried to keep her. Her name Lady. So this is what I wanted. A Jessica.
That's you, and this is
me.
Yeah. So these are for you.
Thank you so much.
So welcome. I'm so happy you came.
I'm glad to be here. I'm so glad to be here. Thank you so much.